And we broke this story first to you on the KMOV News app. Lincoln County's prosecutor tonight is going for the death penalty against Pam Hupp for a new murder charge. Tonight we have a new look at evidence that pins her to Betsy Faria's murder that happened a decade ago. Faria's husband was convicted, then exonerated. Also new tonight, the prosecutor plans to see if the original investigators did anything wrong in that case. News 4's Russell Kinsall is here tonight to sort through all of these ever-growing layers out of this, Russell.
So many layers. So when you look at the evidence laid out in court documents by prosecutor Mike Wood, it is unimaginable that previously prosecutors wouldn't have seen Pam Hupp as the prime suspect. But Wood said there was a rush to judgment.
I've constantly said that they did a very poor investigation. In fact, I've compared them to the Three Stooges.
Prosecuting attorney Mike Wood said the previous prosecutor and detectives never once considered Pam Hupp as a suspect.
This was one of the poorest examples of investigative work that I, as well as my team, have ever encountered, driven largely by ego, working toward an agenda rather than truth.
News 4 obtained these crime scene photos that appear to show socks that were placed over a hand, then used to transfer blood to other parts of the house. Notice on the socks, you don't see foot or toe imprints. Wood says the crime scene was staged to make it look like a crime of rage. Faria was stabbed 55 times. Pam Hupp was the last person to see Betsy Faria. She had convinced Faria to make her the beneficiary on a $150,000 life insurance policy just 4 days before the killing, and phone records showed Hupp's phone in the area at the time of the crime. Husband Russ Faria was convicted of killing his wife, but in a second trial was exonerated, and then Lincoln County paid him $2 million to settle a lawsuit. Wood is launching an investigation into how the case was previously handled.
During the course of my investigation into Betsy Faria's death, I came across information that could potentially lead to criminal prosecution.
Wood says 3 sources have told him witnesses were asked to lie on the stand, and he said the previous sheriff sought to have the evidence destroyed. Hupp is currently serving a life sentence in prison. She was convicted of killing Louis Gumpenberger and trying to blame someone else in an attempt to deflect attention after the Faria case had been reopened.
I was always hopeful, but I wasn't always sure that I would see the day until Mike Woods called me and told me that this was going to happen.
So I reached out to the previous prosecutor, Leah Cheney, to get a response today, but was told that she was out of the office today. Russell Kinsall, News 4.